body hurts so much. I don't want to move. I don't want to do anything. Why do we have to exist? I finished crying, so I should get up now. Ah. 5 more minutes. Let's just stay here 5 more minutes. Welcome to the vlog series. I am here to document my 40th year. I'm Valerie, a solopreneur in the wild digital era. Check out my links and also do arts and design in society6.com/Valerine. You can check it out and see the products over there to see my work and whether you want to get something from your walls or for your everyday activities. It'll be so cool if you check it out. Thank you. Enjoy your time here. So I haven't worn this dress in over a decade, more than a decade, and it's really tight. It's so tight that I have to unbutton all the three upper, well, no, all the buttons. I just have to wear it like that. Otherwise, it's a bit hard to breathe. Not really sure what prompted me to wear this dress, but I just feel like it. But it's obvious now that it no longer fits me and it's really a bit small. Well, quite small. And I remember, I think the first time I tried them on, it wasn't this tight. And of course, like I was in my 20s when I first bought it, and now I'm a middle-aged woman. The comparison is very different. Today the weather is good and the sky is so blue and so clear. It makes me feel obligated to go outside and just look around. I saw on TikTok that they have this new restaurant opened. The idea is that you can buy like small portions of a meal for $4 each and combine them and to make them a combination meal, but I'm not really sure what it's called. I just saw it briefly on TikTok and I realized I did not save it anywhere, so now I'm just going to play a guessing game. So I was basically just walking around and around and looking for it, but I think I have missed it altogether and I completely have no idea where it is. I'm sorry, I'm hiccuping. This is so cool. I feel I'm obligated to be out here, but to be honest, I'm not saying the vlog is making me obligated to do it. Even if I'm not recording, I probably would be outside today because it's just so good, with especially comparing to the past 2 days prior today to today. It was 16 degrees and 17 degrees. It was so cold, and today is 24 degrees and it's like a beautiful perfect spring day. Since I failed to locate where the restaurant was from TikTok, I decided to just get lunch here at this food court where it should be cheaper compared to the rest of Sydney. Well, in principle anyway. In my brain, I feel like this should be cheaper since this is the last OG food court that I know of. They're probably gonna close down soon enough. I am lightheaded, but I feel I don't want to eat, but I know I should eat because I'm lightheaded. We basically waited for like 5 minutes until all the staff finished talking to each other, but that's just very typical of a Chinese restaurant. The guy was saying to me, if I pay by card, it will be 70 cents surcharge. And I was like, I'm not paying 70 cents surcharge. I know I am so stingy. But right now, I'm just very sensitive when it comes to surcharge for some reason. I'm not sure why. So I am trying to avoid surcharges when I can. I'm still a bit obsessed with this, which is just a fried rice noodle, but it's not Thai, so it's Chinese, so it's not sweet. It's just plain, normal. It's not as savory as you would think, so it's not salty. It's just plain. That's probably the best way I can explain it. It's almost like there is no taste, but there is taste. I feel like I am not explaining this properly. For some reason, I'm just still obsessed with it for now, so I'm just eating it. I ordered for a combination, which is $15. It's the same regardless whatever meat you put in there. So it has chicken, it has beef, it has prawn, so it's a combination, which I think is pretty good deal. And this is quite huge portion wise. I don't think I will be able to finish this actually. They have a takeaway container for 50 cents, which I think is okay. And I'm glad that I didn't pay the 70 cents for surcharge, because now I feel I can spend the 50 cents to buy the takeaway container, so that I don't feel guilty for not finishing this. When I was walking around to check out what I want, I saw a lot of trays of leftovers. A lot of people didn't finish the food, and I'm thinking you should just put it in a takeaway box and have it for later for dinner, because I think they pay. I think like if you go to an Asian places, they will give you a lot, and this is Australia as well, so I think it's double. Unless you go to a Japanese restaurant, they'll probably just give you enough so that you feel full, which is a good philosophy, but I guess for the rest of us East Asian community, we're like more is more. And yeah, look at these. If you look at that, that is that's a large container box, okay? That's a large container box. That's not even a small container box. And I ate half of it already, and this is still full to the brim. So for $15, I get like 2 full meals, which is not bad, 70-50. And I accidentally dropped something on my shirt, on my dress. There you go. I feel like I can't just survive a meal without an accident. Something that makes me feel very less like an adult. So I always have my hair tie everywhere with me. I put it into my wallet, into my card wallet, into my coin wallet. I tied it around my pen. I feel like I should have hairbands everywhere, because I know I'm always going to forget. Also, the people that are eating surrounding me in this food court are either older gentlemen or like the lady out there who was working really hard. I feel I'm not blending in well. So I saw this shop, and this particular space is used for a workshop, I think, for display, and also for when they have an event. So the actual shop is downstairs, but not sure where downstairs. This feels like very upper class Chinese. It feels very untouchable for some reason, even though the location is a bit off. Meaning, like, I feel like expensive, not an expensive, really rich Chinese usually is in the northern suburb near Chatswood. That's where the Japanese and the rich Asians usually are at. So, because Chinatown in over here is dying a little bit. I'm trying to manage my inflamed nose. So this is the shop from upstairs. It looks really rich. It looks like so rich. So there are a few people behind me and they're staring at me as I coming in, and I'm not giving eye contact whatsoever. I'm just not pretending, I am actually just recording this, but they're looking at me as if that I am so weird that going in there. Like, why are you here? Why are you entering this shop? But I persisted and I just kept going and I just kept recording because I feel like this is so cool, and if I don't do it now, I will never do it. Everything here is so expensive. A tiny bottle costs $90 or something, and it's just tiny bits of tea. I started thinking, is this a money laundering place? I don't think it is, but look at this. This is 218 for a set, and it cost a lot of money to be in there. And when I was leaving the place, they stopped their conversation and they just stare at me until I left the shop. So I'm not sure, are they talking about something secretive that I'm not supposed to know? I didn't say anything, but that place is so sus, let me tell you. That said, though, the art of tea that is being on display there is really nice, and I really want to have them one day, maybe in my place, if I have my own place. I don't know, is that just a full stream? I feel like even as I'm outside right now, I don't feel like I want anything. I don't want to eat anything pretty. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm not depressed per se. I just feel like I'm not enjoying this life. Just for right now. Just for this split moment in time. Just for today. Maybe tomorrow I'll have something and then it'll be different. So I just feel like I don't want to buy anything. I don't want to look at anything. It's such a contrast with this really bright, cheerful, playful atmosphere that is around me. I'm just gonna get gongcha. I'm trying to make myself happy. I'm trying to force myself to buy things and drink things that I don't normally do. I feel like maybe if I have my bubble tea, I'll be a little bit cheerful. This is Void Cafe on the right there. Everything there is so expensive. So I asked for no ice, but they just put standard ice. Sorry, I asked for no sugar, but they put like a standard sugar. So I'm going to be crashing. My energy is gonna crash so bad. Sugar has an opposite effect on me. It makes me tired rather than it makes me energetic. So I don't really like sugar much because of that. There is a roller skate event. Look at this child. She's holding on to her mother so much. Oh, someone fell. Oh, she's getting up. Oh, yes. Good for her. I used to just sit here when I was 16 and just there used to not have this fence. I think it's recent. They just put it up recently because maybe people have been naughty and just started to go over a little bit, so maybe that's why. But yeah, I used to really like coming here. I remember my friend and I sat here and finished 40 packs of cigarettes from midnight to 4 o'clock in the morning. and then go home. And we just chatted for 4 hours. I guess that's what you do when you're 16, 17. But that also comes with a cost. I think that year I failed my first, I was in my first semester, first year, and I failed biology. And then that kind of kicked me into gear of like, okay, stop going out, stop, partying too much, and just focus on university. I did finish half a year early because of that scared though. I still remember it cost me $2,500 per unit, and I failed that, and I feel like a failure. I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that I failed. I think, but I don't really beat myself up much now because I understand why I failed biology back then, because I couldn't go to the lab. The lab was just filled with a lot of cutting, a lot of dead animals, and I just didn't, my body couldn't cope. The smell is just so strong. And of course, now I know as an autistic person, one of the worst thing that is so sensory overwhelming my senses is a sense of smell. I can't deal with it. I can deal like anything that my nose can detect is just too hyper stimulating, and my body just get too overwhelmed, and I won't be able to go against that. So I failed. I feel like even as I go to shops like this, I used to have a lot of desire to want to buy things for myself. Like, don't get me wrong, I do need a lot of things. I need new dresses that fit my body better. I'm no longer size 8, I'm a size 14 now, so I need bigger clothes. But I just don't have the desire to do it. I don't have the ambition to buy new things, to show off to people. When it comes to what is this? Why are everyone queuing? Where is this queue going? Pop Mart. They have something going on in there. What's going on in there? What is in there? Everyone's Asian. Is there a gacha? Like a random buy? I don't understand this culture, so I don't know. My friends say that you just get it as an ornament, like a paperweight, as a decoration. I kind of get it, but I don't really. When I was younger, I was just so obsessed with brand stuff. Not because I want it, but maybe because I want to be really rich and be able to afford it. And I still want to be really rich. I still want to have lots and lots of money. I just want to sit here and have all the money come to me from all the works that I have done in the past decade or so. But I don't particularly have the desire anymore or picture myself anymore buying branded stuff. They don't have any meanings for me anymore. I am as excited to buy something from Kmart and Big W as I am to buy from any of this, if I have the money, of course. But I don't longer anymore. I used to really have that egoic desire to do it, to buy Prada. Oh, actually, I don't like Prada. Prada is before Gucci. Gucci, and then Prada is at the bottom of the brand that I probably won't buy if I have the money. I'm snobby as a poor person. I feel like I think that's it, isn't it? Like you feel like you should like these brands if you have money. I feel like that's the that's what people, oh no, that's what I have in my head. It's like if you are rich, then you should like this kind of brands, and therefore people can tell that you're rich because you like this kind of brand. So it's not that I like this kind of brand, but in the past, my thinking was, when you're 19, 20 years old, you're thinking, you want to be perceived as cool, you want to be perceived as that you have a higher status, so that people respect you, so that people gives you, services, because you get overlooked and people tend to ignore you. Like the one that we just had the experience of in that tea place, that Toto place, and it's similar like that. But now I don't care as much. Just give me the money so I can buy my own apartment, so I can buy my own furniture, so I don't have to see people. So studies anxiety is actually is still one of my favorite brand of bags and stuff. I used to be obsessed about it, but not so much anymore. As I said, I feel like I'm losing desire for worldly attachment, and I'm not sure what to do with it. But that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys stay blessed, and thank you for listening to my existential crisis as usual. I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.